It's time for BBB News! Yes, indeed, we've got loads coming up. So I tell you what, buckle in tight, take a seat, boil that kettle, do whatever you want because it's about to start. Roll VT! So, lots been going on. We've got a new feature. So if you don't know, the British Balloon Bash has got its own little message forum sort of thing. And people put on there like, oh, I've got a little issue with this or a little issue with that, or if you're having a bad day, you post it on there, or, you know, whatever. You're looking for advice, people put it in there. Okay, it's a great little community, and it's a treasure trove of information and little tips. Sometimes you find out little bits and pieces. I put a message in there saying, what's the news for this week? Well, we got some amazing news. So, I tell you what, let's listen to it now.
This week's top news on the British Balloon Bash chat. Amanda is snorting Louise ate a samosa, and Pip took down her tree, but Simone never put one up. Also, Graham Lee is selling balloons. This is the top news.
Okay, so that was the news on the chat there. It's something, innit? If you've got some news, drop it in. If it's more interesting than Louise eating a samosa or Pip taking a tree down, trust me, we'll put it in the news. We don't care. Yeah. Oh, so last year, what did we have? We had birthday mentions. Oh, yes, indeed. And I got a message saying, I didn't do birthdays last week. Oh, well, I didn't think you was that interested. But it turns out you are. And out of all the birthdays, I chose one person because that's what we're going to do from now on. We're going to have one person and they're going to get a special mention. And who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? We're going to find out now.
Lee Long's turning 50 today, celebrating life in the grandest way, with memories made and laughter to share.
Oh, happy birthday. So, so much going on. We've got a little interview with Kimberly coming up, yeah, but I got a little bit jealous, I'm going to be honest, of Shelley going around being a roaming reporter. I thought I'd give it a go. So, here we go. Here's my interview. So you might have seen by the intro, I'm actually with someone else, and it's not actually Graham Lee. You might have thought it was Graham Lee. It's not Graham Lee, it's Tony Twist. Hey. So,
unfortunately, I can't make Blackpool this year. I'm well gutted, but hopefully next year I'll be there.
well, that's the end of that fucking interview then, isn't it? Okay, fair comment. It probably didn't go that well. I'll tell you what, let's leave it to the professionals. Shelley, take it away.
Hello and welcome to BBB News. It is indeed Shelley, the intrepid reporter on tour. Now, some of you may recall an amazing farm animal that won the 5-minute challenge of BBB 2024, which then launched into this amazing Big-Eyed Cuties tutorial, which has a whole realm of different animals, which are incredible. And recently, some of you may have seen the launch of the most adorable sleeping cuties. That's right, folks. It is, in fact, one of our lecturers, Kimberly Hill. Woo! Here she is. Now, before we talk more about you and what you're going to be teaching, do you happen to know what balloons you will be using?
So it has just been confirmed that I will be using in all my classes Gemma! Which I'm really excited to do. And having met Mark today and sort of had a chat as well, I'm really extra excited. So yay!
She can also take her coat off now because she's
really
she's
hot.
done the launch. So let's get on to the questions. So the first question is, how many balloons do you have and how many would you class as too many?
So I have so many that I actually have to have an office, and I rent a space now.
It's a very cool office. I like
Shelley's been there. So I have so many, I can't even count. I mean, I've got decor balloons, modelling balloons, foil balloons, you name it. I've probably got it, to be honest.
A lot. With regards to all the lecturers that we talk to, we like to let everyone know beforehand what kind of skills or expectation and skill set would they need for your lessons. You know, like some, if you're doing distortion and stuff like that, could you give us an idea and some reassurance for some newbies of what kind of skills they would need for your class, please?
So, in all honesty, anybody can make my designs. They're not advanced, but some may be a bit more than beginner level. If that is the case, don't worry, we can go over it in the jam room, and there will be a class that we can that we're not going to do so many models within that class. I can go a lot slower. I make sure within my classes as well that I try and keep an eye on the room, because when I was a beginner, being in those situations, it can be quite scary when everybody's just twisting and you can't keep up. I do try and generally keep an eye on the room, and then I'll move on to a certain speed. So one class is I'm super excited about, because nobody's ever seen this stuff. We're going to do a whole new concept, sort of based around animals. There's going to be other things as well, so it's not going to be just animals, which is quite nice, because normally that's all I ever do. And then the second class, I've actually got some other things that are not animals, which is not something I usually share, so I'm excited about that too. So yeah, so anyone can do them.
And also, for any newbies watching this, there will be a beginners class at the start of the weekend. And there's also a bunch of random, super friendly artists that will also be around to give you a hand. And there's always the jam room. So don't stress too much, because the jam room is the place to go to then practice and go over what you've learned and then create a whole load of other things, which is amazing!
Ultimately, there's no fancy twists, so there's no distortion or anything like that. It's just going to be, your loop twists, your pinch twists, so nothing too overly complicated.
Now, talking about overly complicated or slightly strange or slightly random, what is the most random request you've ever had?
Well, I do actually use a menu, because I draw my own clip art. I do use a menu, but sometimes when the party's only got about 10 children, I don't. And when that has happened, funny enough, it was the Highland Cow, which is how the whole Highland Cow thing came about. Is a grandpa asked me for a Highland Cow, and I thought, oh, and then I came up with it, and I loved it so much, which is why I entered it into the competition, and lo and behold, it won. So yay!
And it's incredible. Now, what is? Because this is a question we ask everybody. What is your favourite balloon colour and size?
So my favourite colour is Aquamarine by Jamar. 260 I use pretty much in every single design I use. But the one I use the most is actually Jamar's Blush. I love their links. They're great, to be honest with you. I use them for the faces, and yeah, so I've always got them in my kit.
Excellent. Now, in case you haven't spotted the dinosaurs, it's because this year's theme is absolutely awesome! Because it's dinosaurs.
Didn't know that.
So, I know, it wasn't obvious at all. So, in case no one's seen, it's dinosaurs! And I'm a little bit excited, because I love dinosaurs. And on that subject, what is your favourite dino?
So my favourite dinosaur is the Velociraptor. So Blue from Jurassic Park, for example, because my Cocker Spaniel is just like one. She's a bit feisty and I love it.
I don't know where she gets that from.
She's
At
like me.
all.
Yeah, she's
No.
like me.
Well, thank you so much. I personally, having done your Big Eye Cuties tutorials and learning your insanely adorable sleeping cuties, I cannot wait to see what you're going to be teaching. And the fact it's a whole new concept is literally,
I'm excited about this one.
Twist, hurry up. Right, now we will see you in a few weeks. See you later.
See you guys.
Wow, what a great interview there. Thank you very much, Shelley, and thank you very much, Kimberly, for your time there. Yeah, so if you don't know Kimberly, do check her out. She's got some fantastic instructions for sale. She's got like these new ones that's like sleeping things that look amazing. And we was on Darren Morty Boy's Twisted Christmas, and a guy there, yeah, and Kimberly was a guest on that and showed one of them, and I tell you what, it's gone straight into my repertoire. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to attending her classes, and hopefully learning some new little bits and pieces. So that's basically, we're getting to the end of the show. Wait a minute. There's Kelly on the telly. Now, you might have noticed last week, it wasn't really Kelly on the telly. It was me in a wig. I can only apologise for that. And I have been in talks with Kelly, and she's agreed to be on the telly. But unfortunately, she hasn't made the video yet. So that was going to be for next week. So if you are excited to see the real Kelly on the telly, drop it down, yeah? Give us some love. Get Kelly on the telly, yeah? Let's do this. It's going to be great. I'll tell you what, it's been a long episode, yeah? I'm sure you probably had a couple of coffees by now, yeah? If not, go treat yourself. Go get yourself one out of the fridge. Go get a bottle of wine or something like that. Okay, get that stomach all ready for the British Balloon Bash. Okay, until next week, I'll see you on the flip side. Look after yourself and stay safe.